Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Ever since I first laid eyes on USB, I've just been enamored with USB devices. I've got probably close to 20 USB devices within arm's length, at any given moment in time. In USB. USB. You're supposed to say each letter. I think it's easier to say USB, and I'm going to start a movement. So let's say you've got an USB printer, something that plugs into an USB port on your computer, but you've got two computers. Well, how can you keep that one computer connected to two computers if you've only got one USB port on that printer? Well, you can get a USB 2.0 crossover switch. This is the 2 to 4, so I can connect two computers to this particular switch, and it's got 4 different ports on there. So at any given time, I can choose, if I have, let's say, that printer. I've got a printer behind me. I'm not pointing to an imaginary printer. I can say, okay, connect that printer by USB to computer number 1. Click, and it would go to computer 1. Okay, now I want it to connect to computer number 2. Click, and it switches to computer number 2. This is the device that makes it all possible. And now they have crossover switches for USB, either 2 ports or 4 ports. And I said, well, if you're going to get 2, you might as well get 4, because you never know. This is compatible with any particular, or I'm not going to say any, but it should be compatible with any particular USB device or anything that has a USB connection on it, like this fancy little limited edition pen drive. And this is a 2 gigabyte little USB stick. And we made these. There's my little logo. Whee! We made these for Gnome Decks with a company that is unfortunately no longer in business. However, people still have these things. But you'll see here on the packaging, it says it works with Windows, Mac, and Linux. Or I suppose it's over there. And then it's got nice little graphic here saying, "Ooh, we work with all this stuff." So it's going to save you from doing this essentially. I mean, you could do that if you wanted to, but the idea is that the motion you just wouldn't need to do. You just go press, and then it would flip automatically because you'd have it plugged into this little jobby. And that's what it looks like. I mean, it's nice and simple. Stands on its own, white and black. You might be asking why, Chris, have you not opened it? Well, because I don't need it yet. But as I've mentioned before, I'm thinking about getting a 24-inch or so iMac to place right here to the right of one of my 30-inch monitors. See here. Oh, this is a nice thing too. I forgot to tell you. There's nice little LED indicators telling you which computer it's connected to. And you know what? I'm going to take this moment to tell everybody out there that decides to use plastic containers like this to ship products, knock it off. Okay? You know how many times I've cut myself? Not with this! With this! Now I realize security-wise, it keeps people from ripping things off, but knock it off! Okay? Seriously, if you have figure something else out, okay? Figure something out that's less painful, alright? I'm not the only one. I am not emo either. I thought besides... Oh, wait, no, it's Elmo. I am emo. I'm not Elmo. I thought you were calling me a Muppet. Okay, so we're going to open her up here without slicing open a vein. Woo! Success! Kind of. I think I just lost a nipple. Ooh, very lightweight. Extremely lightweight. Almost too lightweight, if you ask me. Regular old AC adapter. And of course, the first thing I always recommend doing, since this doesn't have what it goes with on the actual adapter itself, pulling out one of these little jobbies, a little label maker, and then putting down what it is on here. Oh, and this is for home and office use only. Where the hell else are you going to use this thing? If you're not using it at home, you're using it at the office. And if you're not using it in the office, don't use it in the kitchen. Whatever you do, we're all gonna die. Doesn't make any sense. All right, so we'll plug her in here. Ooh, wow, that's tiny, very tiny. Let's see here. I think I dropped the stand. I think that's what dropped. Excuse me. Oh, no, I dropped another cable. That's what I dropped. There is no stand necessarily. It just kind of sits on your desk like this. Tucked away. Oh, and see the switches, when you press the buttons, they're physical buttons, so you can press them down and then they stay down. So there's a down position or an up position. See that? Easy enough. You know, I like I said, I am planning on using this, and certainly the reason why I'm bringing this up now is, number one, I just ordered this from a catalog, and number two, because I wanted to let you know that something like this was out here. You may have been in a situation where you've needed something like this, so now you know the solution is available. Now, if you know of any other USB device that is interesting, that's different, okay? Don't email me and tell me, oh, have you seen the USB Christmas tree? Yes, I've seen the USB Christmas tree. I don't have one for a reason. No matter. My email address is chris@pirillo.com. And if you want to join us in the chat room, we're here. Well, I mean, not physically, at least. Well, physically all in the same room. We're in the chat room. Like, you see down below here, the people who are chatting? These are the people who are watching the live video feed. Live on the internet. Like, we have no need for television anymore. In fact, I can't even remember the last time I turned on the television to watch something that I didn't record or that I wasn't streaming live somewhere. Who needs TV? You got the internet. You got me. And you got the rest of the chat room. We're typically talking tech. Sometimes it's USB. Sometimes it's not USB. Sometimes it's software, internet tips, tricks, product recommendations, ways to save money. You never know what's going to happen. So what are you waiting for? We're waiting for you at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.